Hey guys, it's Kelsey here. So before I get into my demonstration, I want to take you on a little adventure. Go back to a time when you were younger, in the kitchen, helping your mom or dad make cookies and swiping cookie dough when no one was looking. Do you remember the heavenly smell of freshly baked cookies just coming out of the oven? Well, today I'm going to show you a way to make one of my favorite oatmeal butterscotch cookie recipes by scratch. But before I do that, I want to give a little credit where it is due. My dad and Nestle Toll House. My dad has always been the one getting covered in flour and batter when baking in the kitchen. He was the one to chase my siblings and me out when we were trying to steal raw cookie dough or batter from the bowls. Originally, my dad got this recipe from the back of the Nestle Toll House butterscotch morsel package, but has since made some change to the recipe himself. Since the day he taught me how to make these cookies from scratch 4 years ago, I've always made them for every occasion. They were perfect for holidays, family gatherings, parties, and were a fun way to save a little money if you had all the ingredients, that is. Next, a little credit to Nestle Toll House. Nestle Toll House has one of the best oatmeal butterscotch cookie or oatmeal scotchies recipe out there. If you thought that regular oatmeal cookies were bland, I implore you to try out this recipe. Every time I make these cookies, the positive response is overwhelming. I hope sharing this recipe with you will allow the same response. So, now that our little adventure is over, we are going to start to assemble all of our necessary tools and ingredients. For this recipe, you need 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 cup or 2 sticks of butter or margarine softened. It cannot be melted, it will ruin the recipe, 3/4 cups of granulated sugar, 3/4 cups of brown sugar, 2 large eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 3 cups of old-fashioned oats, it can be Quaker Oats or any other brand, and an entire bag or 1 2/3 cups of Nestle Toll House butterscotch morsels. You will also need 2 medium mixing bowls here, aluminum foil. I've already prepared 2 or 3 pans with aluminum foil on them, measuring cups, water racks, and a mixer. Your first step is to preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, which I have already done. Your next step is to combine your flour, your baking soda, salt, and cinnamon in a small bowl. After that, you want to beat your butter, granulated sugar, brown sugar, eggs, and vanilla extract in a larger separate mixing bowl. After you've mixed your batter, it's kind of going to get that consistency. So now what you want to do is you want to take your flour mixture and you want to gradually add it into your egg and butter mixture. So you're going to pause every couple moments just to gradually add that in. After that is all mixed in, you get a consistency kind of like dough, but not really. And if any of the batter has gone to the sides, you can use a spatula and scrape the sides of the bowl. If you still have some separate flour that has not been added to your mixture, you want to go ahead and mix that in now. And then you want to take your oats, which are 3 cups of oats, so 1, 2, 3. And your entire package of morsels. I suggest adding your oats in first and letting them sit and so that you can stir it so it's not as hard with the oats and the morsels together. So as you're stirring in your oats, you want to make sure that every little oat kind of gets mixed into your butter and egg mixture, so that when you're putting them on your pan, you don't have random oats just kind of flying everywhere. Alright, so now that it's mixed together, you want to add your morsels into the batch. This is my favorite part. It smells so good when they come into the bowl. Alright, comes away. So now that all my ingredients are mixed together, along with my morsels and my oats, I kind of get this dough-like consistency. And so the last step you want to do is spoon them onto your aluminum foiled covered cookie sheets. Typically I get about 9, maybe 12 on each cookie sheet, depending on how big I make them. You need to bake them according to your specifications. So if you like chewy cookies like me, you're going to bake these in the oven for 7 to 8 minutes. But if you like crispy cookies, you're going to bake them in the oven for 9 to 10 minutes. And after that, you're going to cool them on baking sheets for 2 minutes and then move them to wire racks to cool completely. And then after that, enjoy! Now that your cookies are made and they smell absolutely delicious, our great adventure has come to an end. But don't worry, now you have a delicious oatmeal cookie recipe and cookies to share with your friends and family. Making these cookies are pretty simple. Simply gather all the necessary materials, combine each ingredient as the recipe states. You don't want to use a mixer when you only have to stir something, and then bake. The most important step comes after the cookies are cooled completely. Share with your friends and family, of course. Baking cookies from scratch is a fun way to spend time with your family and friends. It is a great way to save money and create memories in the kitchen with friends and family. I hope you and your family enjoy these delicious cookies. Thank you.